Beauchamp Bagnel Harvey, who died on the 28th of June 1798, was a barrister and a commander of the United Irishmen in the Battle of New Ross during the 1798 rebellion. He was the eldest son of Francis Harvey of Bargy Castle, Wexford, who was one of the 6 clerks in Chancery, and his wife and cousin Nartha Harvey. Bagnel was educated at Trinity College, Dublin. During his years in Dublin, he entered a relationship with Elizabeth Smith, with whom he had 2 sons. He was a Protestant who was known for his liberal principles and as a supporter of Catholic emancipation. From June 1792, he was a member of the Dublin Society of United Irishmen, founded by James Napper Tandy and Archibald Hamilton Rowan. Just before the outbreak of the 1798 rebellion, Harvey was arrested at his home on the 26th of May 1798 at 11 p.m. A rebel colonel, Anthony Perry, divulged the information after giving in to torture by Crown forces. He was imprisoned at Wexford Jail until his occupation by the rebels, and on his liberation he was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the rebel forces, perhaps against his own will. His first plan was to advance westwards via New Ross into County Kilkenny in hope of finding new supporters for the rebellion. Harvey was in command at the Battle of New Ross in 1798, in which the rebels were defeated. The rebels outnumbered the British force and had a rebel emissary, Matt Furlong, deliver surrender terms. While bearing a flag of truce, Furlong was shot, prompting 500 of the rebels under John Kelly of Killaan to charge. The attack had some initial success, with 2/3 of the town in possession of the United Irishmen. They quickly ran out of ammunition and were forced to rely on their pikes. With the arrival of British reinforcements, the rebel force were defeated. On the 7th of June 1798, Harvey resigned at Slieve Cuilcha, disgusted with his defeat and the ensuing Schoolabog Barn massacre. He was replaced as Commander-in-Chief by Philip Roche and returned to Wexford, where he was appointed President of the Town Committee. Confident that a treaty would be negotiated on the rebels' behalf by Lord Kingsborough, the captured loyalist commander of the North Cork militia, he retired to his family home at Bargy Castle. Shortly afterwards, he and Johnny Henry Colclough, dressed as peasants, travelled to a cave on the Greater Saltee Island, where they planned to escape to Republican France. They were, however, betrayed, and Harvey was arrested by Ralph James, an officer of the Irish Yeomanry, and brought to Wexford town. He was tried, convicted, and hanged on Wexford Bridge on the 28th of June 1798. With Colclough, Roche and Cornelius Grogan. His body was afterwards beheaded, thrown into the River Slaney, and the head displayed on a spike on the local courthouse. His corpse was recovered by his friends and buried in Mayglass Cemetery near Mount Pleasant House, the house he lived in before he died. He was unmarried and succeeded by his brother James, who recovered the attainted family's estates 12 years later. Okay guys, so we're here at Mayglass Old Graveyard, and we'll go inside now and we'll have a look at Bagnel Harvey's final resting place and his crypt. Okay, so this is the old church ruin and graveyard here in Mayglass in County Wexford. And I just noticed there, as we go in and have a look at the crypt, there's a really huge mound just there, as you can see. And I don't know, was that ever a crypt or a vault? But it's quite unusual as just sitting there in the middle of the old graveyard. So there's the old church and the ruin. So we'll go through this entrance just here. And there's actually a plaque here on the wall remembering Bagnel Harvey. So you can just see there, it says, in memory of Beauchamp Bagnel Harvey, Bargy Castle, Commander-in-Chief of the County Wexford Insurgents. And you can just see it there, guys, beheaded on Wexford Bridge in 1798. So wow. Beheaded on Wexford Bridge in 1798 in the rebellion. So we'll take you over now and we'll have a look at the final resting place, who was the Commander-in-Chief in the 1798 rebellion, Bagnel Harvey. And this is the crypt here of Bagnel Harvey, and you can see there's a number of rods missing from that wrought iron huge railing that goes around there on the top of the crypt. And just here you can see it's like a metal plate that covers the original entryway of the crypt and that old brickwork on the top. So basically, back in the day, this would have been here, a stairs that led down inside the final resting place of Bagnel Harvey. And I have read stories online of people years and years ago who said they have been down in the crypt online. I've read it. They've been down in the crypt, local people, and the coffins, they said, were in a bad way. There was bones scattered around and stuff, and old lead coffins in there. So I'm going to have a look inside and see. Now, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but there is other stories that, you know, the crypt was broken into, that maybe they thought there was valuables belonged to Bagnel Harvey that he would have been buried with. So you have your grave robbers back in the day. But anyway, we'll have a look inside and see what we can see inside the old crypt here.